What if everything you've been told about achieving success, love, happiness, or fulfillment is wrong? What if, instead of running after these desires, the key to unlocking them is to stop chasing entirely? Imagine a law so ancient, so profound, that it has been passed down through the ages, but few have truly understood it. A law that defies everything you've been conditioned to believe about how the world works. This isn't some modern, self-help strategy or motivational gimmick. This is a timeless truth, hidden in the deepest corridors of mysticism and spiritual wisdom. And today, you're about to learn the ancient law that says, stop chasing and everything will come to you. I know this might sound counterintuitive. After all, aren't we taught to work hard, hustle, and pursue our goals relentlessly? But the truth is, there's a subtle and powerful force at play in the universe, and once you understand it, your entire perspective on life will change forever. But before we dive deeper, I urge you to reflect on your own life. Are you constantly chasing after something, be it success, love, or peace of mind? Ask yourself, what if the very act of chasing is pushing those things further away from you? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will revolutionize your understanding of existence and change the way you approach every single goal you set for yourself. And before we continue, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, so you don't miss the journey of uncovering more profound truths that can transform your life. You've heard it all your life. Chase your dreams. Go after what you want. Hustle until you get there. The world is a race, and if you don't keep running, you'll fall behind. But what if I told you that this very mindset is the thing that is holding you back? What if the more you chase, the further away you push the very things you desire? Let's begin by breaking down the concept of the chase. We've been conditioned to believe that in order to obtain something, whether it's wealth, love, recognition, or even inner peace, we must go after it with relentless energy. Society tells us that hard work equals success. But this assumption is rooted in a materialistic view of the world, a view that keeps us trapped in cycles of desire and effort, but never truly fulfilling us. But there is a deeper truth beneath the surface of our pursuits. Spiritual teachings from all corners of the world reveal that the very act of chasing creates an energetic resistance. This resistance is what separates us from the things we seek. Let me explain it more clearly. Imagine a magnet. On one side of the magnet, you have your desire, be it for wealth, love, or success. On the other side, you have the very thing you want. When you chase that thing with all your might, you're essentially pushing the magnet in opposite directions. The more you push, the more the two poles repel each other. You can never bring them together because you're creating an opposing force. The harder you chase, the further away your desires seem to be. What you must realize is that your desires, like the magnetic poles, are drawn to you naturally, but only when you stop forcing them. The universe works in subtle ways, but the law is simple. What you seek is seeking you, but the chase only makes that process more difficult. The great mystics and philosophers from ancient times understood this principle. They realized that the key to achieving true success and fulfillment lies not in chasing, but in allowing. In the Bhagavad Gita, for example, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that one must perform their duty without attachment to the fruits of their labor. The result? The things you desire will come to you effortlessly when you detach from the need to control the outcome. At first, this might feel counterproductive. It goes against everything we've been taught about hard work and persistence. But in truth, it's not the effort itself that matters, but the energy behind that effort. When you chase something, you're operating from a place of lack, of believing that you are incomplete without it. You are subconsciously telling the universe that you do not trust its ability to bring what you need. So, what happens when you stop chasing? This might feel like a radical shift in perspective, but let's explore it further. When you stop chasing, something profound begins to happen. You surrender. You release the need for control and open yourself up to a deeper, more trusting relationship with the universe. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a river. You've been trying to swim upstream, fighting the current, exerting all your energy to move forward. But the harder you swim, the more exhausted you become, and the further you drift away from your destination. Now imagine stopping. You let go. You stop fighting the current. In that moment, the river, which was once pushing against you, begins to gently carry you forward. You don't have to work so hard anymore. You begin to flow with the current, moving naturally toward your destination. This is the shift from chasing to allowing. When you stop forcing your way through life, you create space for something far more powerful: surrender. The moment you release the need to chase, you step into a state of deep trust. This trust is the key to receiving what you desire. Throughout history, the greatest spiritual figures have spoken of this. Buddha taught the importance of letting go of attachment. Jesus spoke of faith, urging his followers to trust that the Father would provide. And even ancient Greek philosophers like Socrates believed that true wisdom came from recognizing the limitations of human effort and trusting in the greater cosmic order. Surrendering doesn't mean being passive or inactive. It means aligning your actions with the flow of life. It means letting go of the frantic energy of control and tapping into a deeper level of inner peace. And when you do this, the universe begins to bring what you desire to you, effortlessly, naturally, and without force. Now that you understand the power of surrender, let's dive into another critical aspect of this ancient law: detachment. This is a concept that appears in nearly every spiritual tradition, yet it's one of the most misunderstood. Detachment doesn't mean indifference or apathy. It means releasing your attachment to outcomes and trusting that the right circumstances will unfold at the right time. In the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu writes, "When nothing is done, nothing is left undone." What does this mean? It means that when you stop forcing things to happen, they will unfold as they are meant to. Detachment is about stepping back from the need to control every outcome. It's about trusting that the universe has a plan for you, one that doesn't require constant effort on your part. When you practice detachment, you are no longer a slave to your desires. You can pursue your goals without the pressure of needing them to manifest immediately or in the way you expect. You learn to enjoy the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. And when you do this, you align yourself with the natural rhythms of life, which brings everything you need into your experience. Detachment also means understanding that everything in this world is temporary. Nothing lasts forever, not success, not failure, and certainly not material possessions. When you detach from the outcome, you no longer live in fear of losing what you think you need. This detachment opens the door to a deeper form of peace, one that is not disturbed by external circumstances. You've heard of the law of attraction, but have you ever truly understood how it works? The principle behind the law of attraction is deeply tied to the ancient law of stop chasing. The more you chase something, the more you push it away. But when you align your consciousness with the energy of what you desire, you attract it to you naturally. This is not some mystical fantasy. It's a practical law of the universe. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs shape your reality. When you stop chasing and shift your focus inward, you begin to vibrate at the same frequency as your desires. The universe is responding to your vibration, and when you stop forcing things, you allow the universe to bring them to you. But this requires a shift in consciousness. It requires you to move away from the mindset of scarcity, where you feel you must chase after everything, and into a mindset of abundance, where you trust that everything you need is already on its way. The truth is, everything you desire is already within your reach, but the key to unlocking it lies in your ability to stop chasing. As you begin to embody this shift, your outer world will begin to reflect your inner state. Success, peace, love, and happiness will no longer be things you must work for. They will flow effortlessly into your life. Now that you've uncovered the truth behind this ancient law, it's time to reflect on your own life. How many times have you chased something, only to find that the harder you pursued it, the more elusive it became? What if you could stop chasing and allow everything you desire to come to you? It's time to embrace the power of surrender, trust, detachment, and conscious alignment. Stop chasing, and the universe will respond. I encourage you to take this message to heart and begin practicing the art of allowing. Let go of the need to control and trust that what you desire will manifest in perfect timing. If you're ready to change your perspective and step into a new way of being, then I invite you to subscribe and continue exploring the deeper truths of life with us. Share this video with those who need to hear this ancient wisdom, and together, Let's create a world where we stop chasing and instead allow the universe to bring us everything we need.